Imagine walking into a home where there isn't a single straight wall. The ceiling curves above you, the windows are giant triangles, and the entire structure is designed to withstand winds that could destroy many conventional homes. It looks futuristic, almost impossible. Yet in 2026, more families are seriously considering living in one. This is the Geodesic dome home, one of the most unusual house designs ever created. But here's what the glossy photos don't tell you. How much does one actually cost to build? Is it really cheaper than a traditional home? Or do the hidden expenses quickly erase the savings? Today we're breaking down the real cost of building a geodesic dome home in 2026, where every dollar goes, the biggest mistakes first-time builders make, and whether this eye-catching design is truly worth the investment. By the end of this video, you'll know if a dome home is a smart financial decision or simply an expensive dream. Before we dive in, welcome to Home Innovation, where we uncover the real costs, smart designs, and hidden truths behind today's most innovative homes. If you enjoy honest build breakdowns without the marketing hype, subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications. Every week, we explore Barndominiums, tiny homes, dome homes, and other unique designs to help you build smarter. Now, let's find out what it really costs to build a geodesic dome home in 2026. A geodesic dome is built from a network of interlocking triangles that form a nearly spherical structure. The idea goes back to a German engineer named Walther Bauersfeld, who built the first one in 1912 for a planetarium. But the man who made it famous was Buckminster Fuller, who popularized the design in America in the 1950s. Fuller's pitch was simple. A sphere encloses more space with less material than any other shape. Less material, in theory, means less cost. That's the promise. The reality, as we'll see, is a lot more complicated. Domes fall into two main camps. Monolithic domes are a single continuous shell, usually sprayed concrete over a fabric airform. Geodesic domes are made of individual triangular panels bolted or fitted together over a wood, steel, or aluminum frame. The panels give geodesic domes more design flexibility and a more dramatic look. They also give you dozens, sometimes hundreds, of seams where water can eventually find its way in. Keep that detail in your back pocket. It matters a lot when we talk about long-term costs. Let's talk numbers, because this is where most dome videos get vague, and vague is where you get burned. For a basic kit-built dome, you're generally looking at somewhere between $100 and $180 per square foot if you're doing significant work yourself. Contractor-built, fully finished geodesic domes tend to run higher, commonly in the $150 to $250 per square foot range, depending on your region, your finish level, and how complicated your design is. Here's how that plays out by size. A small dome, roughly 20 to 30 feet in diameter, might land somewhere between $50,000 and $150,000 total. That's your compact cabin-style dome. Cozy, but not a lot of room to spread out. Move up to a mid-sized dome, 40 to 60 feet across, with standard finishes, and you're commonly looking at a total project cost in the $150,000 to $350,000 range. This is the size most families actually build. Go big, 60 feet or more, with high-end interiors and full permitting. And cost can climb past $500,000, with some premium custom domes reaching $750,000 or higher once you factor in advanced HVAC, high-performance glazing, and custom staircases that have to be engineered specifically for curved walls. If you're comparing this to a traditional stick-built home, the honest answer is that domes are often competitive, sometimes even cheaper per square foot, largely because the shape uses roughly a quarter less material than a conventional rectangular home of the same size. But, and this is the part the glossy dome kit websites don't lead with, that material savings can get eaten alive by labor costs, because building with triangles instead of straight lines is simply harder and slower for most trade crews. This is where a lot of dome budgets fall apart. So let's go through it piece by piece. Foundation. Dome homes can sit on a slab, a crawl space, piers, or a basement, and a standard concrete foundation runs roughly $6 to $14 per square foot. That part isn't wildly different from a conventional home. What is different is site prep. If your land isn't perfectly level or drainage is tricky around a curved footprint, you can add another $10,000 to $50,000 just to get the ground ready. Windows and doors. This is a big one. Framing an opening in a curved, triangulated wall is significantly more labor-intensive than framing a square opening in a stick-built wall. Many geodesic designs call for triangle-shaped windows, and custom triangular glass is not something your average supplier stocks on a shelf. Expect this line item to run well above what you'd budget for a conventional home. Roofing. Technically, a dome doesn't have a separate roof. The shell is the roof. But if you want asphalt shingles over the dome for extra leak protection, be prepared to pay a premium, because most roofing crews have never cut and fitted shingles around interconnected triangle panels, and that inexperience shows up in your invoice. Seams and ceiling. Remember what we said earlier about geodesic domes having more seams than monolithic domes? Every one of those seams needs to be sealed correctly during construction, or you're looking at water intrusion down the road. Specialized fasteners and weatherproof coatings alone can add another $2,000 to $10,000 to the project. And then there's freight. Dome components, especially custom panel systems, often have to be shipped from specialized manufacturers, and crane rental to lift and position large shell sections can catch first-time builders completely off guard. Now, if you made it this far, you already know we're not here to talk you into a dome or out of one. We're here to make sure the number in your head matches the number that actually shows up on your final invoice. And the two costs we haven't covered yet might be the most important ones on this entire list. Stick with us. Here's something the dome kit companies rarely put front and center. Getting a mortgage on a geodesic dome home is genuinely difficult. Traditional lenders often classify curved, non-conventional structures as non-conforming, which means your local bank may simply decline to finance it, regardless of your credit score. Part of the problem is comparables. Most mortgage appraisers want to see similar properties within 3 or 4 miles to establish value. In most neighborhoods, there simply aren't 3 or 4 other dome homes down the street. Without comparable sales, appraisers struggle to justify a valuation, and lenders get nervous. When you do find a lender willing to finance a dome, expect to put down 20 to 30% compared to the 3 to 10% you might put down on a conventional home. Some buyers end up paying cash for construction and refinancing into a standard mortgage only after the home is complete and has a track record. Insurance follows a similar pattern. Because dome homes are uncommon, some carriers simply don't have the data to price a policy confidently, and shopping around for coverage can take significantly longer than it would for a conventional home. The upside: once you do find a right carrier, dome homes often qualify for lower premiums specifically because of their proven wind and impact resistance. It's a smaller pool of insurers, but the ones who understand the structure tend to reward it. Now for some genuinely good news. The sphere is the most efficient shape in nature for enclosing volume with minimal surface area. And less exterior surface area means less area for heat to escape in winter or enter in summer. Homeowners commonly report energy savings compared to a similarly sized conventional home, with some estimates putting the savings as high as several $100s a year, depending on climate and insulation choices. The shape also handles wind differently than a flat-walled house. Instead of catching wind like a sail, a dome deflects it, which is part of why dome structures have a strong reputation in hurricane and tornado-prone regions. That resilience is a real, measurable advantage. It's just one that takes years of lower utility bills and avoided storm damage to fully pay back your upfront investment. Mistake number 1: underestimating interior framing. Standard furniture, standard cabinetry, and standard drywall are all designed for 90-degree corners. Fitting them into a curved, triangulated interior requires custom backing, custom cuts, and contractors who have actually built inside a dome before. Hire a crew with no dome experience, and you will pay for their learning curve. Mistake number 2: skipping the architect. It's tempting to buy a prefab kit and skip professional design work to save money. But dome-specific architects and design firms typically charge between $400 and $900 for a bespoke plan, or a percentage of the project if you hire them for the full process. And that fee is small compared to the cost of correcting a structural mistake after the shell is already up. Mistake number 3: not researching resale in advance. Dome homes have a smaller buyer pool than conventional houses. If you're building this as a forever home, that may not matter to you at all. But if there's any chance you'll sell in 10 or 15 years, go in with open eyes about a longer time on market. And, as we just discussed, appraisal headaches for the next buyer's lender too. Mistake number 4. Choosing shingles or add-ons without pricing them first. Skylights, cupolas, wood interior triangle panels, and shingle roofing all look incredible in photos. And all of them can quietly push your budget up by tens of thousands of dollars if you don't price them before you fall in love with them. So who is this home actually for in 2026? Realistically, a geodesic dome makes the most sense for someone who plans to stay long-term, who has some flexibility on financing, meaning cash, a specialized lender, or a family arrangement, and who genuinely wants the aesthetic and the energy performance more than they want a conventional resale-friendly house. It's less ideal for someone counting on a fast, easy mortgage approval or planning to flip the property in a few years. None of that makes the dome a bad choice. It makes it a specific choice for a specific kind of builder, and that's exactly the kind of decision we want you walking into with real numbers instead of glossy brochure. So, is the geodesic dome home worth the real cost in 2026? If you value energy performance, storm resilience, and a home that genuinely looks like nothing else on your street, and you're prepared for the financing hurdles and the custom labor costs, the answer can absolutely be yes. If you want a straightforward mortgage and a home that's easy to sell in 5 years, this probably isn't your build. If domes have you thinking about other unconventional shapes that solve some of these same problems, you're going to want to see next week's episode. We're covering the hidden advantages of H-shaped Barndominiums in 2026, a layout that's quietly becoming one of the smartest ways to get more usable space, better natural light, and easier zoning approval than almost anything else on the market. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and we'll see you in the next one.